if you know about Pinhead, but you've never seen a Hellraiser movie, and you watch the first Hellraiser movie, you're going to be highly goddamn disappointed.
You really are.
You're going to be highly disappointed. So if you want Hellraiser and Pinhead and the Cenobites in all their glory, you want the second film, to be honest with you.
Oh, God. I'm thinking about that one scene where, like, they're kissing and, like, in part 2, and, like, there's blood on his face because she doesn't have skin yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like,
God.
there's a lot of fucked up things. Like,
me personally, I agree with you, and I like 2 over 1.
Well, obviously I decided that 2 was the lesser of the 2, but like I said, you'll get no arguments for me because there's a lot more fucking action. There's a whole different underground world to explore in the second one. So, you know.
No, I misspoke. I agree with you where, like, on any given day, I could like 2 versus 1.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, man. 2 is just so fucking good. Highly underrated, honestly.
Yeah. Well, coming in at 109 from 1999, The Blair Witch Project.
Wow. I thought it would be a little bit higher up on your list.
The Blair Witch Project is by far the greatest marketed horror film ever made. It's the greatest marketed horror film ever made.
It was. You have to have been around at the time.
I personally believe there has been no horror movie beforehand or after that has been promoted as better as this film.
No, it hasn't, because the filmmakers legitimately sold, I hate to use wrestling terminology, but fuck it. They sold this like a fucking champ. Like, they made you believe that this shit that you were about to watch was 100% fucking real.
Yeah. And
like, they even did fake documentaries on this to make it seem even realer, which is fucking amazing.
And you can go to Tubi and watch that documentary. What's it called? It's called The Blair Witch something. I can't remember what it's called. But
just type in Blair Witch on Tubi.
Yeah, you'll find it. I'm not even going to talk about this film. I'm not going to talk about how people hate it and nothing happens in it and blah blah blah. That's the whole beauty of it. That's all I got to say. I mean,
because your mind fucked you up, and I remember being like freaked out, and it's not because of the horrible things that they showed you. It's because of
they
what
didn't
they
show you any horrible things.
Exactly,
your mind made up what they showed you.
Yeah, your imagination and your like mental.
You know what I think it was, and this is for real. I think people were legitimately scared throughout the whole movie, and then at the end, when it went off, they felt like a bitch. They felt like a pussy because they were scared of nothing, so they got really mad at the movie.
That's a good theory.
They were like, God damn it, I've been mad this whole time, and you didn't even give me anything to be mad about. Nope. I just made you act like a bitch for an hour and a half.
Brilliant!
Dude, you have to fucking admire that shit, man. I mean, a small independent film, never been heard of, and people say, well, Cannibal Holocaust was the first. Look, dude, I get that Cannibal Holocaust was kind of a found footage, but it was a movie within a movie. It was a movie showing you that they found footage.
Right.
This was a found footage movie. Okay? So anybody that, I will argue against anybody, well, they ripped off Cannibal Holocaust. No, they didn't. They really didn't. They couldn't be two further fucking worlds apart. Okay, we're talking about cannibals that live in the Amazon versus a ghost that lives in South Dakota woods or wherever it was. Burkittsville. So, whatever.
He's a witch.
Anyway, coming in at number 108 from 1989, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
No shit. I thought that would be way higher on your list.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is an advocate for Jason Takes Manhattan. And unapologetic.
Well, I can tell you this. This is 108. This is one of 5 Friday the 13th films that's going to be on the rest of my list. So,
you ain't a fan, are you? Are you a fan of Friday the 13th?
Well, they have a lot to choose from. They have a lot to put out there, and I've told you time and time again, I'll die on this hill. I don't feel like repeating myself. If you don't like it, fine. Come at me, bro.
He's making the reference that if you don't like Jason Takes Manhattan, he will fight you in a dumpster.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I will have a healthy debate with you about why this movie's great, and I will listen to everything that you say about why this movie is trash. But I can't promise you at the end of that debate, I don't try to strangle you with your fucking shoelaces until your fucking eyeballs pop out.
I just wanted to Homer Simpson two-hand choke this motherfucker until his britches filled up.
Like this is the only movie where I would probably I would beat the shit out of somebody and while they're on the ground, hold them with their shirt with one hand and punch them with the other.
Like hockey style.
And then, just lift them up and say, admit it! It's fucking good! And I imagine them just going, fuck you. And I just go,
Brilliant.
Anyway.
I love Part 7.
Yeah.
Part 7's amazing. I've been an advocate for that movie, too.
It's Part 8, you goddamn asshole.
I'm sorry.
I will punch you. You better fucking play it off like you were playing. Fucking Part 7. This ain't no telekinesis. This is him in New York, goddammit.
This ain't telekinesis. Part 8 is an amazing movie. I'm not going to beat a dead horse because we have talked about Part 8. And we love it. It's highly
it was the last
underrated.
And I've probably talked about this before, but isn't it weird that New Line Cinema is more of a home to horror films, and they have been a whole lot more better towards horror films than Paramount Pictures was. But if you look at the first 8 Paramount Pictures release of Friday the 13th, they're 10 times better than anything New Line Cinema once they got their hands on Friday the 13th ever put out. Everything crazy that New Line Cinema put out by Friday the 13th compared to the Paramount releases is dog feces.
Shit.
It's dog shit.
Jason
shit goes to hell. Starting with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
And going towards Jason X, even Freddy vs. Jason, if you compare it to them, is dog shit.
Oh, yeah, it's dog shit compared to the other ones. It's the best out of the bunch
and
when
they
got their hands on it.
You want to know what's funny? If you look at the 2009 remake, it's kind of a joint production between New Line and Paramount.
Which was an amazing movie, in my point of view.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on. Just wanted to put that out there. New Line was good to Friday. Not.
Hated it.
107 from 1999. The Sixth Sense.
Interesting. I didn't think it would be that high on your list, or if on your list.
Yeah, The Sixth Sense is an awesome movie. Bruce Willis, one of the few M. Night Shyamalan movies that I like. What's the kid's name? Haley Joe. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows that kid. I see dead people.
Yeah, such an amazing movie. You find out that, it must be frightening to see what this kid sees. And then when you finally do see what the kid sees, it's fucking crazy. And he
It's a horrifying concept to imagine that your kid is seeing dead people and all the time.
If you think it's horrifying for your kid to see him, imagine being the fucking kid.
Yeah.
And you realize at the end of the film, the reason why nobody else communicates with Bruce Willis is because he's dead. And the kid is the only one that can communicate with him. So that was a great twist. Because they kept you thinking for an hour and a half. You didn't even think it. Like, why ain't everybody else talking? Oh, it's because of, crazy things that's went on. His wife won't talk to him or nobody else will.
Yeah.
Nope.
He did a great job in this movie in kind of distracting you from making you think, why the fuck are they treating Bruce Willis like this? I can't remember his character name in the movie. Sorry. And then at the end, there's the twist. One of the better M. Night Shyamalan twists.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. I guess this would be in my top 150 now thinking about it. This and Signs. Signs would probably be in my top 150.
Coming in at number 106 from 1997, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
The best one in the franchise.
Well, there's only 3. And this one is the best one. And
soon to be 4.
Well, whatever. This one was great. This one, it was piggyback off of the success of Scream. And it didn't disappoint. It's a good slasher film. In the late into the mid to late 90s, there was a resurgence, or what is it? Resurgence.
Reserves.
There was a comeback for slasher films.
Yes, thanks to Wes Craven.
This was leading the charge along with Scream and a few others. Urban Legend. Valentine came a little bit later, but yeah, this is of course Scream has taken off far and beyond this series, but at one time they stood side by side because the cast they had a young attractive cast. It was a decent story. The fisherman with the hook was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The whole idea of we think we killed somebody, but we don't know. But instead of getting him help, we're just going to toss his body, and now he comes back after us because we left him for fucking dead.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a great concept. It was original. I think it suffers because the the fisherman, I guess if you want to call him, he didn't really have that iconic look as much as Ghostface, which is crazy to think about, but
yeah,
I think that's why I Know What You Did Last Summer didn't really take off as much as Scream. If they would have did a little bit better in making the fisherman a little bit more, I guess, iconic looking, I think it would have taken off a little bit better. And it didn't help with the fact that the other 2 movies were dog shit.
Yeah. The second one has entertaining stuff in it, but
Yeah, 3 is unwatchable.
3 is when it went straight to fucking DVD, and